Hi everybody, it's Bonnie Jean from PLRproductions.com. Welcome back to today's video. There are several things I want to talk to you about. First off, before I get any further, I made a mistake yesterday and I have to correct it. I announced that I was going to be placing a health PLR pack up on the store, and that is incorrect. The package that I put up there this morning is a beauty PLR pack. So for that oversight, I really do apologize. I don't know what I was thinking. The PLR buttons, I finally got those done, and I'm going to be putting those up before this video goes on YouTube. So by the time you see this, the graphic buttons should be there already. So if you're not part of my affiliate program and you want to announce those to your own list and hopefully make some money from it, by all means join my affiliate program. At the bottom of the home page, you'll see a button down there that allows you to sign up for the affiliate program, and I would be honored if you did so. The next thing that I wanted to discuss with you is my doctor appointment yesterday. She notified me that I need to go to physical therapy to get rid of this pain that's in my leg, but she also told me that I have a second problem that she's concerned about. So she's sending me for x-rays, and keep your fingers crossed, because if the x-rays come back clean, I'm cool. If they don't, then I might need some knee surgery. Now, I already notified the partner that if that is the case and I need to go to the hospital and get some knee surgery done, you can bet your bottom dollar that the first thing I want him to bring to me is my laptop and my iPad. I cannot live with either one, I cannot live without either one of them. And I would go stir crazy laying in a hospital bed. I should know, I had double lung pneumonia several years ago, and I laid in the hospital for 3 weeks. It is not a picnic. So unless I'm being productive with my laptop or whatever, I'm not going to be a happy camper. So I already notified him to make sure that he brings that first thing. The second thing I'd like to talk to you about is the car, okay, my little SUV. She still doesn't have a name. And although you guys have helped me immensely, offering suggestions, now I have so many I'm not sure which one to pick her. So until I figure out which one to pick for her name for good, I'm just going to call her my lady, because that's what she is. And lastly, this topic I had to save for last, because I'll be honest with you, I've tried recording 4 times now, and every time I get on this topic, I turn into a blubbering idiot and I cannot finish. But let me explain, because you won't understand unless I do. I've been in Michigan for 20 years. I was not born here and raised here, but I moved here. I tell people I migrated here 20 years ago. And I have a wonderful life here, and I spend it with a wonderful partner of 20-some years now. However, that wasn't always the case. Prior to coming here, I lived in Pennsylvania, and I was married to an abusive man who did not appreciate the wife that he had. And I lived that way for many, many years for 2 reasons. One, out of fear. I was afraid to leave because I was told if I would, he would hunt me down. And 2, I didn't know where to go, and I didn't know how to get out of that relationship. I didn't know how to get away from it, and keep him away from me once I did. So this is a topic that I need to discuss with other people. I mean, there are women and men alike that are still in abusive relationships that don't need to be there. And if one of their reasons for not leaving is that they're afraid, or that they were, that their partner, told them, I'm going to come looking for you, and for that reason they stayed there, I need to get my message out that that is not a good enough reason to put yourself in harm's way. But I'm not quite sure how to roll the book out. Do I want to tell it as my story? I'm certainly, and I'm going to be honest with you, if I would have went on the internet at that time to look for help for my situation, the last thing I would want is to pick up a book that tells me the facts and figures about how women and men die at the hands of their partners, etc., etc. Facts and figures, nobody cares about that except for the people who are outside of the situation. The person who's in that relationship, backed up against the corner with a fist in front of their face, or a knife in front of their face for that matter, the first and last thing that is crossing their mind is, am I going to survive this one? Okay? and you live a life of day to day. You take one day at a time. And the fact that you wake up with your, that you open up your eyes the next morning and you're still breathing another moment is just total bliss for a person in a relationship like that. I need to tell my story, but I'm not quite sure how to do it. Also, the other problem I have is, and this is one of the reasons why I haven't done it yet, is I picked a name. I've had a name for it for quite some time. But to my dismay, when I went over to Amazon this morning and did a search on that name, I found out that title is already taken by someone else. And it's not, I don't believe the book she wrote is about, battered spouses. It's about, I believe, a romance with a doctor. Something like that. And the name that I had chosen that is already taken is called He Loves Me, He Loves Me Not. And I got that from the fact that, when you're young, like you're a teenager and you're in love with somebody, you always sit there with a flower petal and you pick it off and you say, he loves me, he loves me not. Well, that's why I wanted to pick that for the name of my book. I don't think it would be feasible for me to name my book the same name as someone else. So I was contemplating another name of Fists of Love. What do you think about that? I don't know. If anybody has any suggestions for what I could call my book about spousal abuse, or even for that matter, how I should proceed to write it, I'd appreciate it. I know, Paul, I've been following your blog, and you have some really great insight about writing novels and so on and so forth. So if you could give me some enlightenment here, I really would appreciate it. With that said, I'm going to end this video because I'm pretty sure it's probably longer than most of the other ones that I did, and I don't want to take up any more of your time. So until we speak tomorrow, you take care, you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon.